Bender in the opening slot there. The show's going to happen over at the Agora on Saturday, September the 16th. Tickets are on sale. I imagine these will go very quickly. AXS.com. To see the Mars Volta, caller 10, you get the last pair here this week. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Our apologies to second shifters.
All right, here we go, everybody. Let's get to work.
This is no way to start your day.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
A lot of people walking around in shorts outside. Ah, what a day. What a beautiful day for a ball game. I see some of our peers, our professional compatriots, out there milling about who are going to be headed over to the Guardians game. Guardians are back home tonight for the first of three. The homestand against the Minnesota Twins, who are a pretty good ball team right now. So that'll happen at 7:10. Not far away. Twins, Guardians tonight. We'll get out of here on 6:30, and then a few minutes after that, Guardians pregame live will begin here on MMS. And I think the Guardians stay in town for a minute, too, because then the Tigers are here next week, and then the Angels, they won't be on the road again until the 16th of May. So a good stretch of opportunities for you to get to a Guardians home game. Alan, I was 11 years old, and I had that Farrah Fawcett red bikini poster. And that poster helped me discover myself. I didn't have that, and that was probably very much my era. Maybe not. I mean, I was a little kid in the 70s, but I didn't have the I didn't have posters. I assume you probably weren't allowed to put up bikini posters.
No, we weren't doing anything like
that. In
a
Mormon household. So as a result...
I did have a collection of Victoria's Secret catalogs that I kept secret. You know?
Those were Bill's secret catalogs. No, I didn't have anything like that either. But I didn't have posters on the wall. I didn't have... I was a comic book nerd. I liked movies and comic books and heavy metal. So I didn't have girls in bikinis. I didn't have posters of cars or, anything like that on the walls. But that Farrah Fawcett red bikini poster was right place at the right time. She was a big, big deal. It was iconic. I don't know that there's ever been anything since. Maybe the Anna Nicole Smith Guess ad. I'm trying to get foxy chick poster signposts in pop culture along the way. But the Farrah Fawcett one. There
might have been the Pamela Anderson Baywatch poster.
Okay,
That's a pretty big one.
Another red bikini.
Yeah.
Maybe you just put anybody in a red bikini. I always thought that was, from a creative perspective, I thought that was a big swing and a miss when they put Borat in the neon green swimsuit. Right. Should have been red. Listen, nobody is going to argue with you when you tell them that Sacha Baron Cohen can wear the hell out of one of those banana hammocks. I'm just saying maybe the color choice could have been a little different. Mention that Pete Davidson, who just dropped his new sitcom over on Peacock. If you subscribe to that, he's got a show called Bupkis that's just a kind of a exaggerated version of his life. He plays himself. That he was set to host Saturday Night Live, but the writer's strike has killed that, and it sounds like the writer's strike is killing the rest of the season. SNL they can't do anything.
Right.
No writers. So Pete Davidson is not going to host. Kieran Culkin, for people who watch Succession, Macaulay Culkin's brother. Do you watch Succession?
No, I've heard it's good. I think
it is unbelievable.
I watched, I think, maybe the first episode or two and then got distracted, but I heard it's a really, really great show.
Kieran Culkin was supposed to host May 13th, and the season finale was going to be Jennifer Coolidge and Foo Fighters. And that would have been her debut hosting SNL. It would have been the first time Foo Fighters played on television since Taylor Hawkins died. So that's all not going to happen. because of the writer's strike, which, if history is any guide, the last one 15 years ago took a while. Maybe this one will get figured out more quickly, because I was reading an article on how 15 years ago the writer's strike is something that people think doesn't really affect them, or it's not it's just confined to showbiz. Out here, obviously, it might be, but there is a film industry in Cleveland, and there's a film industry in New York. LA is a company town, but the city of Los Angeles lost $3 billion in revenue from the last writer's strike. It lasted 4 months. And so they're hoping to figure out this one more quickly. But if this one lasts 4 months, I mean, there's not going to be, I think the shows that have everything written and all they have to do now is shoot them, I think they're probably breathing a sigh of relief, because they don't have to shut down their production because the writing is all done. But the picketers in LA and New York are getting in the way of productions that are currently shooting. There's a show over on Showtime called Billions. It's Paul Giamatti. It's Damian Lewis. It's, that's why we call Succession Family Billions, because it's basically kind of the same show. But Billions is shooting their last season, or the back half of the last season. And they had to stop production because of all the picketers. And Jay Leno came out to give everybody donuts. He prefers Dunkin' Donuts. He doesn't want to go out to Turkey Hill. He didn't like their donuts. But he's out there being a mensch. Drew Barrymore was supposed to host the MTV Video Music Awards. I don't know why.
Really trying to connect with the kids. Here's this 50-year-old lady.
They were running a lot of promos for Drew Barrymore hosting the MTV Award, not the VMAs, MTV Movie and TV Awards. And she's cute. She's got the talk show, and maybe the kids are in a talk show. I don't know. But it's this weekend, and she told them she wasn't going to do it. She's bailing as their host in solidarity with the writers. So now they're scrambling to find a host who will say, screw the writers, because you don't want to, I don't know how you figure that out. I don't know who you get, because Drew Barrymore has set the precedent here of, I don't want to host because I want to be in solidarity. So I guess it'll just be hostless. They won't have a host. See, this is when, and I know that he's not well known outside this region, but this is when Cody could really strike out and be making connections with people. So when something like this, somebody of weight, falls out, he slides right in.
Yeah, you don't care about ethics or anything like that, so you could be in there and just be like, yeah, I don't need to.
But he has no connection.
Yeah, I'll cross that picket line. I don't care.
Right.
Well, I have a friend that works for Drew Barrymore's show, so I can ask him to ask her to ask for.
Ask her to who? It's a little late now.
I can ask him to ask her what's the number to connect me to be a host.
He puts the ho in host. That's how they introduce you. Is your friend, I assume he's not a writer, he or she?
No. He's one of their content creators. Like, he handles, like, their social media.
Gotcha.
Jim Tews does a bunch of the animations for that show, too.
For Drew Barrymore?
Yeah.
Oh, does he really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good for him.
Oh, maybe
Do
they
they
know
shoot
each
that
other.
in New York? Or is it in LA?
I'm not sure. I think, I mean, with that stuff, it's all remote stuff.
Right.
Anyway, so.
Yeah, he works remote. I wonder, do they know each other? I'll ask you.
I don't know if he knows anybody, because it's more of a...
He's working from his apartment?
Yeah, they're just like, animate this, and he does. Like, I don't know how much interaction he has with
Was he
people.
like a jib jab with Drew Barrymore's head?
Kind of.
Well, anyway. So, listen, I don't know when the MTV Awards are on. I don't know.
They're like in August, I think.
Well, they're going to be this weekend.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what time they're on. But Drew Barrymore said, no, I can't be in this.
I keep thinking the VMAs. But
That's what I thought initially, too. But it's the Movie and TV
no
Awards.
one watches the movies.
They got the Moon Man with the popcorn. Is that what it is?
Yep.
No, that's the VMAs.
Was that the VMAs?
Is
yeah.
it?
No, I think the popcorn one is the movie one.
Oh, they're not
Oh,
connected.
yeah.
It's
Okay,
the
yeah.
Moon Man for the
Moon-
VMAs. And
Yeah, Moon Man for VMAs, popcorn for the movies. Yeah.
I mean, how am I going to know who won Best Kiss. If Drew Barrymore is not going to tell me.
I might watch it just for fun because I haven't watched an award show in I don't know how long. Not
That sounds
all-
like fun.
Not all the way through. Like the Grammys, I haven't seen the Grammys, any of these award shows. I haven't seen probably since, hell, like 2016.
But also, like with her bailing, MTV's got to be crapping their pants because now they have to expect that the people that they had lined up to present aren't going to show up.
Right.
All these other people are like, well, I don't want to be the dick
Mm-hmm.
who shows up, but you also want to be seen. You want people to know who you are.
Yeah, but no one's going to be seen at the MTV Movie Awards. Not globally. Like
No, I'm just saying, like, people watch that show. You're still on television. I mean, it's not 1986. MTV's not what it was then, but
get 100,000 people all over the country.
it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people to see you. I got money. It's $1,000 here. One of the last chances for you to win as we wrap this up today from the Buzzard Bookie. It's a grand. Listen closely and good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Fun. That's fun. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
If you listen to us on iHeartRadio, tell me where you do it. If it's from out of state, you can leave us messages there too on the app. If you want to leave voicemails, use the after hours line, and I can hear them there. 216-986-8903.
You guys are talking about kids' names and how sometimes it takes you, a long time to come up with it because it's, important. It took me all of 9 months to come up with my son's name. I was going to name him Nicholas or Christopher. Then my whole family thought that was going to be his name going in the hospital, but I just couldn't get past Nick and Chris for short. I didn't like it. And his dad and I couldn't agree the whole time. And finally, I came across the name Aiden. He's 18, by the way. And I had never heard of that name before, and I had never heard of anyone naming their kids his age or older prior to that. And I really like the name a lot, and up until recently, apparently every other 5-year-old's name is Aiden or something that rhymes with it. But anyway, I am on this kink app where people use...
Is that what it is because of Sex in the City?
I think so.
I mean, I have a nephew named Caden, but he's in the military. He's 22.
I mean, that show was 20 years ago. So
Yeah.
That. And I really like the name a lot, and up until recently, apparently every other 5-year-old's name is Aiden or something that rhymes with it. But anyway, I am on this kink app where people use fake names for privacy.
That took a turn. She's on a
Yeah,
kink
right.
app. All right.
I am on this kink app where people use fake names for privacy. And I matched with this male stripper who looks exactly like you think he does, that was in town from Montreal. And he went by the name Parker on the app. He came over, we slept together, and he was sitting on my bed waiting for his Uber. And I thought I hadn't asked his real name yet. Not that it really mattered, but it turns out his name is Aiden, and it's spelled A-I-D-A-N, exactly the way I spell it, and I was mortified.
Wow. What a whirlwind that story was.
Yeah,
Names are 20 years ago, names our kid Aiden because it's not that popular of a name. Flash forward, every other kid's name Aiden, Braden, Jaden, whatever, right? She's on a kink app. Matches with Parker, who's you. Why? I wonder why he would tell her. She's just a trick. I wonder why he would tell her his name. No, my name's Parker.
What's your mom's name?
My mom?
Yeah.
Shut up, Bill.
Well, I'm just because I'm saying
Bonnie.
Yeah, Bonnie.
She's been on the show.
Right. But I'm like Bonnie. I would have no problem with that. But I'm sure if you were a girl's name was Bonnie, you'd be like, that's a little weird. Because I know Sue is one that throws me off. Now you don't meet a lot of Sues in my dating age range, but
Right.
But even like my sister's name, like if
How
someone's
dare you?
a Beth, I'm like, nope. Like when I was on the dating apps, if name was Beth or Sue,
Right.
Swipe-
or either
swipe
of my
left.
daughter's
Yeah.
names or
yes,
something.
yeah, exactly. Like,
Oof.
yeah, already my daughter's.
Nope.
Yeah. My kids' names were unique enough that I never really saw their names on there. Maybe a Skylar, but
I've messed around with a lot of Ryans, and it's really, really uncomfortable. It is.
Because that's your brother's name.
I was like, there's no way I could have
Ryan.
I was going to say, there's no way I could scream your name. There's no way. I was like, I'm just like,
Call me by my name. No.
What's my name? I'm like, what's your middle name? What's your last name? Because he might have one of those cool last names where people
You
just
go
call
by
him-
the last name.
Yeah, like I'll do that, but there's no way. I was like, I could never marry a Ryan and call
My name
him
is
his
Ryan
actual name.
Ryansworth. Well, that's not going to work either.
Yeah, no way, no way. And the thing is, like, I run it that was a very common name when I was in college. So I would say, 1 out of 20 hookups, 1 out of 10 hookups maybe was a Ryan. I'm like, damn it, stop being gay and Ryan.
What if the person showed up to your house and it was your brother?
It wouldn't be. Why would
Right, he
that-
was on the low, and you didn't know. You weren't using your name, and your photo is just from the neck down, and he shows up.
There would be
That's
no
a weird. That's a conversation.
There would be no scenario in which that
It's
would
like,
happen.
I don't know what's happening here, but I've got to get back to work, and we never met, and it would be weird.
I don't think my brother's aware of like my dating apps. He turned me on to Facebook dating, but he never asked me about Grindr or anything like that. So no.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Bad news for the sandwich ordering app called Grindr. Oof. You talk about bad timing. So sad. It's not the meat I ordered.
I was gonna say I bet it's better though.
DER, not DR.
So
Mm-hmm. You think the sandwich app is better?
I bet you it has better meat than
Uh.
it's better quality. It's fresher.
Yeah, but the
It's
sauce
fresh.
ain't as fresh.
Sliced a lot thinner.
Mm-hmm.
Are you on Grindr? No, I'm on one called Grinder. I'm pretty sure that's how it's
I was like,
pronounced.
at least with this restaurant, I get the sauce that I ordered.
Yeah. There's a film on top by the time it gets to me.
Ugh.
Is that okay? Well, listen, a little something for everybody out there. But what a ride. I'm still mentally trying to dissect her story. Her son's 18. She was on an app. The guy comes over. They bang. He goes, that's not my real name. This is my name. It's your son's
when
name.
he was leaving, she's like, "What's your real name?" And he says, "Aiden." How do you spell it? Same way your
Same
son
way.
does.
Mm-hmm.
I tell him hi when I go to school tomorrow.
Yeah. What's happening?
Oh, sorry, the phone.
Oh.
I thought the volume was down. It's always down, and one time not down.
Alan, what happened to Drunk Sue?
She's on the live stream pretty much every day.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah.
She checks in from time to time. She'll be like, hey, just want to,
Why?
So, yeah, we hear from her occasionally. I do get a little nervous when we don't hear after Rick. It does make me nervous because we didn't hear from him for such a long time. Of course, we found out he passed away.
So I just called in to just writing some, just getting in there.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take a break here. I will have Mushroom Head tickets for you. Not after this break, but closer to 5:20. They got the 30th anniversary and Halloween show back at the Agora. It is October 28th. So if you're a Mushroom Head fan, want to get gussied up, dressed up for Halloween and go see them in all their glory, I'll get you a couple tickets for that later on. A couple of chances left this afternoon for you to grab $1,000 from the Buzzer Bookie, so listen for those keywords. Want to text for anything else, 35192, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 W.